Hey, welcome back, everybody, man. This is that afternoon show where we talk about all kinds of crazy stuff in life. You know, just life in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just music, it's what crazy stuff's going on. We talked about earlier about people dressing up like a human Christmas tree to Pokemon tournaments.
And everything in between so far, yeah.
Yeah, but that was cool. Paul come on the show, West Coast Paul.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped by. He's actually on his way to Vegas. So, yeah, Vegas.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Paul's gonna bring. Yeah.
Paul's got a really good, show. Because on Tuesday and Thursdays we do alternative music. So God only knows what he's gonna be playing. Probably be listening to Cheap Trick or something. The remix.
Now, is he just alternative, or does he do like metal? As like what is it? Just the whole?
I think it's kind of like everything. It's
cool.
I was very interested in his bowling skills and his bowling prowess because I really love bowling. I've been bowling several times, but I will tell you right now, I absolutely suck at it. But I'm very jealous of people who can bowl. They can spin on the ball, they're hitting strikes. I go bowling and I do it because I like it, but it's also a very shameful act because I am fucking terrible at it. I'm good at most things I try and like, but bowling is not one of them. I will tell you this, though. I've always wanted my own bowling team with bowling shirts, and if I did, I would name them Lane's Addiction.
Lane's Addiction. You should have told him that. That is cool.
Is that not perfect? But like I said, it's never going to happen because I am dog water at bowling. Well, I'll be on your team. I'm really good.
Well, I'll tell you this. We did the company retreat stuff, or like we'll just stop and we'll go bowling or something. If we go bowling, automatically I'm picking fucking Paul.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
But but there is something else. There's something else that I wanted to bring up, but Paul had to go. He had to catch a flight. Me and Paul's got the same birthday.
Oh, that's really cool. That's neat.
Yeah, we worked together for almost 2 years, and then somebody brought it up, I think, in HR or something, and yeah, it's cool. So we call each other on our birthday. We're like, "Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!" So
yeah, birthday.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. But
I got a birthday as my tattoo artist. It's pretty cool to have that. To know your birthday twin like that. Yeah.
So speaking of tattoos, what would you say?
Oh, here you go first. What did you say about tattoos?
You're gonna get a new tattoo on your birthday thing?
I don't know if I'm going to get a new tattoo. I have been thinking about getting another piece. I realized the other day I don't have anything on my left arm whatsoever. And I'm not like trying to get all tatted up, but I like a little perfectly placed, pieces.
Memories.
And I don't have any for my kids. Yeah.
Yeah, memories.
So I'd like to do something for my kids. And I was thinking about doing like our own little galaxy where I take our constellations and kind of put them together and make our own little family galaxy, and nothing too extreme, just some stars,
Yeah, until they discover a new planet, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, we'll cross that planet when we get there.
I'll tell you, I'm not a tattoo person, because I've had 2 of them and I had them removed, I grew up in East St. Louis, and they were gang affiliation tattoos, and
well, then there's good reason to maybe have those removed.
Yeah. There were some good reasons, And it hurt. Well, it's a little different nowadays when they remove them than it used to. It's like Pinky in the Brain, with the big fucking
giant laser.
Yeah, that fucking shit hurt for 2 years. But
I've heard. I didn't know that they had a better process now. I thought that was still the process.
Yeah.
A lot quicker. No.
Well, I think it's a smaller laser, but it don't hurt as bad, and it takes less time. But yeah.
I do this one on my neck here. I went and got one a few summers ago when I was on vacation, and it was supposed to be just my chakra behind my ear, and it was just supposed to be some little dots that you really couldn't even see, but it meant something to me.
Yeah.
And it finished.
Why don't you just be honest? It's when aliens abducted you.
Well, listen.
And then you told them you were a witch, and they're like, "Fuck this, we're bringing you back."
Yep.
And that's how you got those little dots behind your ear.
Well, it ended up going all the way down my neck. So I always tell people, like, I've got this whole, I'm a thug now because I've got a neck tat.
Yeah. Yeah, you seem like a thug.
So,
dangerous.
But yeah, no, I flew off, on my broom. They couldn't catch me anyway. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they tried to.
Yeah. So no, it's but yeah, tattoos are cool. I think that they should mean something. I mean, what we put on our bodies, that can change who we are sometimes even. So I think that they should mean something. I've never been one to just do random pieces just because. They gotta be thought of.
Oh, well, I came across a crazy tattoo one time on this girl, and we were screwing around or whatever. And she takes her pants off, and right above her cooter was 2 boxing gloves, and written above it said, "Hit it like a champ." And I thought that was just so classy.
Well,
hit it like a
well, I ran like a fat dog.
Well, I got a good one for you. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. But Sean Ellington, he gets tattoos, and he's all tatted up in their memories, But he's got a really cool tattoo I noticed a couple years ago. And it goes up his arm. It's a sleeve, and it goes up his arm onto his back, and it's a whole thing of Route 66.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm going to tell you about one of the most awkward tattoos I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it.
So, this guy worked with me. I'm not going to name his name, but he worked for me for quite a long time. And he's always looking for love. Always looking for love. Well, he ends up fucking knocking up the town whore. Literally. So he wants to introduce her to his boss. So she comes in, very polite girl, and her hair's kind of short, just underneath her ears, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when she turns, she's got a tattoo on her neck, and I was like, "What the fuck does that say?" And I asked her, I go, "Hey, you got a tattoo on your neck. What's it say?" And she goes, "Oh yeah." And she bent down towards my crotch, and she goes, "Now read it." And it said, "Let go of my ears. I know what I'm doing."
Oh wow!
I was in such shock.
Yeah.
I didn't know it to be turned on, or that was the white trashiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Let's go with the latter, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. So let's just put it this way. So he fucked around and found out. She went back doing meth and gave up her kids. He's raising her kids, and
it must have been Beth.
and she was selling her. I don't know what she's doing now, but this was back in the day. She was prostituting herself out on Craigslist for more meth, and then she lost her kids because Child Protection Services, she threatened to kill them with a gun. And so I told him, and I goes, that tattoo, you should have hit it and quit it.
Yeah.
You know what he tells me?
Right.
Well, I hit it once, and then 6 weeks later, or 8 weeks later, she called me, she was pregnant.
Oh.
So.
Well, did you take it hard to make sure it's his?
I don't know, but the whole point of the story is the tattoo. Let go of my ears. I know what I'm doing. And then I'm like, why don't you grow your hair longer? Oh, I'm allergic to my hair.
That was my first thought.
What?
Yeah.
Allergic to her hair.
Yeah. No, you want to be a little hoe and show everybody your tattoo.
He's allergic to class and being
yeah.
having couth too.
Yeah. No shit. She's allergic to class. No shit. Bless her heart.
What the hell, man?
Wow,
any of our guy listeners, if you run across a girl that had that tattoo, you'd be thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, Izzy, if you're like me, if you see a red flag, you're like, I'm like a bull. I just run right at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
well, I think the younger me would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna bang that shit.
Yeah.
Knowing everybody else banged it. Then you get older and you get a little wiser and you're like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I need that much bullshit in my life.
Yeah.
Do I really want to find out if she knows what she's doing?
Do I really want to find out where some penicillin is after this? Like, what do I do? Yeah.
Well, shit, man, you could just go down to Roll King or the farm supply store and get the fish antibiotics.
Yeah, get the 7% iodine I use on horses. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the fuckers do. So,
Yeah.
So there's a part there on Highway 30. Okay, JD gonna know what I'm talking about here.
I know that road. I do know that road.
There's a place. There's a place called
Yes.
Meth Mountain, right?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over by Larry Jeffers race cars. Okay, let's put it that way. So
Pretty close to where I went to high school.
yeah. So anyway, there's a Buckeyes over there, right? And, I got twin pugs, as everybody knows. And what a lot of people don't know is I've got really cool exotic fish.
I dig that.
Yeah, and DJ Old School, if any of the listeners need fish, DM us. DJ Old School, he is the fish master.
He's the guy.
Like,
that's cool.
You would never think this big-time DJ that MTV Spring Break, all this other shit, his side hustle is breeding fish.
At and you said he has them at Buckeyes?
No, I'm getting to this, right?
Okay.
So, I needed fish food, right? And there's a certain, like, I've got different tanks, and certain fish take certain food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was coming through, so I had to ask for help, and the guy was like, "Oh, are you looking for fish antibiotics?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's a thing?" And he explained it to me, and he goes, "Yeah, we had to lock them up, man. The meth heads and stuff will break the crystal methodists will break the glass, and, because they'll get VD, and they don't want to go to the doctor."
Well, all they started doing was going to Dicky Bub instead.
Yeah, so they'll catch a venereal disease, and they'll take fish antibiotics, which is very similar to antibiotics you get from the doctor.
Wow.
Really?
I've never heard of that.
Like, if you get chlamydia, you could go get some fish antibiotics, and you'd probably be cool.
Probably
But you ain't got injured.
$29 at Buckeyes.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would they go for a Dicky Bub? No.
Yeah, I mean, I actually asked other people about that, and I didn't, I went to medical school and college, and I guess that was forever ago, but I didn't know fish antibiotics was very similar to regular antibiotics.
Well, I'm over here like I didn't even know fish took antibiotics.
I didn't know.
Yeah, no shit, right? I thought the same thing. I'm like, is that something else I got to buy my fish?
Yeah, where are these fish getting their chlamydia from?
It's not me. You're not looking.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Well, apparently they get the stuff underneath their gills. That's what they need antibiotics for.
Yeah.
But then so a colleague that I went to medical school with, I mentioned to him, he said, well, you just have to figure out how to get the dosage right to your weight and all this, and the milligram. And I'm like, that's too much fucking math for me.
Yeah, I say, well, it seems like it'd be too much fucking medication.
Yeah. My luck,
Gallon of it.
I fuck around and take it and get sick, then go to the doctor and be worse than I was when I could have just went to the doctor.
Right.
With my insurance and just be like, hey, I'm not feeling well. I think
you were looking at meth instead of doing meth, no.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that you get it from meth. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, people take antibiotics for all kinds of shit,
Absolutely, yeah. I used to have a hookup on amoxicillin for a while.
Damn, you're
Get
the
it from
plug,
Mexico.
huh?
Yeah.
You get it from Mexico. They're flying that shit in.
Yeah, mule.
Yeah, it's amoxicillin. Yeah.
Well, and that's one thing that's interesting, because you can buy all this medicine in Mexico. That's like thousands of dollars in the United States. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in California, there was people going to, and everybody's heard this, people going to Mexico for Botox work and for tit jobs.
Yeah.
Because it was a quarter of the cost as it was in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Absolutely.
That's where you go to get buckle bleach for sure.
Oh, Lord. No, you go to Patricia's for that.
Oh, this is local?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I got a story about that. I took a friend one time to Patricia's for her first time. She'd never been there. And she goes, I dare you to ask for butthole bleach. So I walk in. I was like, hey, you guys got any butthole bleach? She's like, yeah, well, in fact, it's on sale.
Yeah, it's on sale. Aisle 7.
I'm like, well, I'll be. I got to buy that, So I went ahead and bought the butthole bleach, and I'm reading the instructions. You have to apply that stuff twice a day for 8 weeks.
You didn't know that?
I can't even hardly take the medications I'm supposed to take once a day or do anything, that consistently in a row. Like, yeah, you got to be really committed if you want.
Just water down some Clorox and you splash it.
Oh, Lord. No.
That's some funny
that
shit.
Was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's right next to the supersized gag balls and express dildos.
Yeah.
Or I just put a super soaker in.
Well, it ended up getting stolen. I don't know who took the butthole bleach, but somebody took my butthole bleach. I never did.
It's like gold.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to take all your friends that were over at your house and drop your drawers? Someone's got the bleach.
I took it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Whichever asshole ain't brown, it's going down.
Yeah. Oh, man. And on that note, guys, we're going to get back to some music, and we'll be catching you here real soon. Styling in the afternoon. You never know what the fuck we're going to say.